See if y'all can hear sound now. Should be live. Hello there. Let me just redo this just in case. I hear you. All right, then Streamlabs must have borked. Must have been what happened. That's the only thing I can actually think of. You were silent, still loading. Come on, take me back to this live. And viewer. Okay, we should be good. All right. Everything should be back. So yeah, that looks like that's a Streamlabs issue that happened there. That was very much not me.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these
Everything
guys.
was working, everything sounded off on my end.
Here I go.
Let's go make ourselves.
That's gonna be an EX.
Shall we roll the dice?
Here I go.
Now everything's set back.
The hour of retribution draws near.
I love having combat power. Makes the game so much more interesting. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? Hello there. How's your morning, afternoon, evening going?
I feel like. Shall we roll the dice?
Here I go.
Hello there. How's it going? Oh, so damn good. Nice.
I'm not scared so long as Noir is here with me.
Very nice. Very nice. What has made today so good?
Show them no quarter.
I've got to
Got Scarlet while summoning for Red Hood. Can't complain at all. Nice. Scarlet's been showing up for a lot of people. Pulled Red Hood, and it was pretty much successful.
Fleeting as it may be.
That's awesome.
Fancy a drink?
So let's see here. Aaron's max limit broken Red Hood. Pulled Scarlet. We have Flutter.
Is this
pulled
the right way?
2 Scarlets. I'm trying to think. You've pulled Scarlet and Red Hood. You've pulled Red Hood. So, I mean, it seems like we're all having a pretty good anniversary. Just checking for any extra glittering things that I might be missing. Nope. Okay. We're safe to move on.
I feel like we're gonna hit the
We
jackpot
are
with
safe
these
to
guys.
move forward.
Route them in their entirety, yes?
Swimming sure can tucker you out.
So, good stuff.
As long as you have me, you'll never lose this round.
you need to go.
One showtime for Noir together. Attack! I need to protect Blanc no matter what.
Did about 7 multis and then just use my mileage for Red Hood. Just in case. Pull a broken part 2 unit. I don't see them doing that.
Showtime for Noir together. Let 'em have it.
Because I think right now they want to make their money on. They want to make their money from Red Hood.
Fancy a drink?
They want to go through this anniversary without messing up at all.
Is this the... I don't think this will... I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
It looks like you're coming too.
How do you feel, honey? Commander, you're awake!
When you're pushed into a corner, you'll resort to extreme measures. Cliché, but true. How about having a look at the idiot box? Tetra Connect is broadcasting live throughout the entire arc. Even in the shelters.
Yeah. The helicarrier?
They must be preparing for the next broadcast. Before it starts, we should talk. Did you find the VOP house? So you did find it. Very impressive, as always.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
There's nothing you can't do. How do you intend on getting out of this little bind you find yourself in?
I mean, I'd be very happy
Look,
with being hostage by 3 very
we're
hot
on
ladies.
the precipice of achieving what you always wanted. We're building a foundation upon which Nikkes will receive better treatment. Let's start with Matisse. If there was no nymph, do you think a weapon without any coercion would actually fight alongside humans? This was the question I posed to the Ark. And what was the result? Nymph to Matisse, nymph to Matisse. Even those scumbags in the Ark knew it. Unless people have total control over Nikkes, they would never protect humans willingly.
They
Why
shouldn't
would
do
they?
that. It's a
When
very good
humans
weapon to
only
use
regard
against
them as cannon fodder. Goddess of victory. What a joke. It's simple. We were confident that Siwin would do something about it. Having said that, I had no idea she'd go as far as bringing raptures inside the Ark. Regardless, because of that spectacular show Matisse put on, they can now proudly say that Nikkes are capable of, and willing to, protect humans, even without Nymph. Is that what you think? Why do you think we made a hole in the Ark? I want something more. This so-called Goddess of Victory mantle they're thrusting upon Matisse for eliminating the Raptures is nothing more than a dog and pony show. They're nothing but dancing monkeys. That's why we made that hole in the roof. Unleashing raptures and fear into a utopian setting like the Ark. I was curious about what kind of choices would be made in a situation like that. People will be struck with terror once they see with their own eyes what they usually only see on their TV screens. If raptures appear in the Ark, everyone will reach the same level of fear. Total equality. You're right. It's unfortunate. I never wanted anyone to die. That is why I chose the time I did. Matisse's victory ceremony. That way we'd harm the least amount of people possible. However, Enoch was more crafty than I anticipated. Enoch whisked everyone off to the shelters. To those humans in safety, Nikke's and raptures once again became something they only see on a TV screen. But then the real big bad came in. A heretic. I had high hopes. A heretic is evil incarnate and exists solely to commit evil against mankind. To my dismay, however, before anything bad could happen, it was taken out by a pilgrim. It just became more of a blockbuster. First, it was Matisse's little performance on the surface. Now it's inside the Ark. It's all one giant farce. The only thing that's changed is the proximity. If things continue along this path, I'll never get to see what I desire. I told you. I want to see the choice the Ark makes.
Then the choice you shall have.
I'll share my luck with everyone.
It's like you're just waiting for her to say, you don't have to look at my eyes. Looks respectfully.
One showtime for no war together. Attack! I'm a bit flustered. How do you reload again?
Story's been pretty hype. I've been very happy with where the story's been going.
One showtime for no war attack!
Oh, we lost Modernia to a couple dumb decisions of the AI. Alright, let's fix that. Let's fix that so the AI's not going, wee, I'm shooting everywhere except where I need to be shooting.
Let's bet on who'd win. Goodbye. One showtime for no war. Everyone put your luck together and let them have it.
Get rid of the shellers.
One showtime for no war. Oops, I got too excited.
Dead. Alright. So that stage is done.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
Oh, this is the best part. Okay, so we got to 251. What I wanted to see is, did this raise my,
Now the Goddess Squad.
never mind.
The ones
after.
who gave everything for humanity, who were upheld as shining beacons of hope for the entire human race. They were unceremoniously tossed to the side the second the Ark was completed. The decision was made all the easier because they were all cut off from the Ark. After that, there was the first surface reclamation war. Those who willingly donated their brains to become Nikkes were once again hailed as goddesses of victory. The campaign failed miserably. The Ark began to persecute the Nikkes. They became useless devices that consumed far too much funds and resources and had nothing to show for it. That's about the time the term Nikke phobia came into being. This was also a result of the disconnect between Nikkes and humans. Then, the ginormous failure of the Second Surface Reclamation War. The first celebrity Nikke, Pretty, passed away. The Goddess Fall incident with model ZX. Every time there was a major occurrence along these lines, people in the Ark were moved. Praise, then persecution, rinse and repeat. It was a never-ending alternating cycle as to how Nikkes were regarded. I am convinced that disconnection is the biggest cause of all of this. Nikkes reside in the Ark, but they don't truly exist. They're digital figments of the imagination, seen only on TV screens. It's the same dynamic as seeing a fictional character in a TV show and loving or hating them accordingly. Why is it this way, you ask? Because the people haven't felt it themselves. The Ark doesn't know the fear that comes with going up against a rapture. Why? Also because they haven't felt it themselves. The Ark doesn't thank or blame Nikke's. Why? Still because they haven't felt it. They know nothing about us. They don't know anything about raptures either. So we need to tell them. Only when they are finally able to truly understand Nikke's and raptures will the Ark make a real choice. One of those choices might well be what you've always wanted. Greater respect for Nikke's. Let's just watch TV.
Visibility is pretty poor.
Uni, won't we have a better chance of finding Crow in the Outer Rim? We've been wandering around downtown ever since we left.
What I'm looking for is here.
You're not looking for Crow, are you?
Nope.
Then, what are you looking for?
You have to trust me. I'll figure it out.
Uni, please, let's just look for Crow. If we don't find her fast enough, then the people in the Outer Rim...
Found it. Over there.
Aren't they from Tetra Connect? Apparently, they're doing a live broadcast that's playing in the shelters. Let's go save them.
Yeah, let's do that.
And this be where things go. Alright. So let's see. There's two down there blocking a wall. Let's go ahead and go say hi to these guys.
With these
Scout. Swimming
Okay,
sure can get you out.
There was something I wanted to do, but I can't remember what I was... Darn, I actually don't remember. There was something I wanted to do coming out of that story mission, then we got into the story mission. Now I completely forgot. Oh my gosh. I was gonna show something or talk about something. I don't remember what it was. Whatever. I'll remember in a
I
minute.
don't think this will proceed terribly smoothly. Let's go make ourselves some luck.
Darn, what was it?
My blade shall not be made light of.
Showtime for no war. I've got to protect my sister.
I really don't remember.
You are out of harm's way.
I cannot think of it. Whatever it was, it is truly just gone.
A funny girl never loses. Showtime for no war. Oops, I got too excited.
My brain EXE has stopped responding.
Fancy a drink?
Oh, I know what we were gonna check. I just remembered it. We wanted to see if I got the next core level. And the outpost defense. Finally. Oh my gosh. My brain finally caught up to that. So... No. So 150 does not raise it. That was something we were curious of. Because we're like, is it every 50 it levels up? No, it doesn't. So we'll check back where the next one levels up. Probably after the end of the story.
Let's go.
Here I go.
Depends on where we're leveled up at.
Which of you scornful dunderheads dare step forward? Showtime for no war. Show them no quarter. Reloading.
So last time we were about 40,000 power below when we went to when we were getting stuck. So
After all that, I deserve a compliment.
I'm curious how far we'll go before we get stuck this time.
Here I go.
Let's
Let's
and
go
pick
make
that up.
ourselves some luck. Swimming scout.
And
I
this
feel
weak
like we're
point
gonna hit
to
the jackpot with
electric
these
is
guys.
Chef's Kiss. Because that just means Scarlet just goes berserk.
Bolt, finish this and hurry to the sea. The hour of retribution draws near. Showtime for no
So,
Getting ready.
oh, never mind. Red Hood's done. Excuse you, what are you doing? Don't kill this thing.
Showtime for no together, let 'em have it.
Why didn't it take fall damage? Because if that was me, you know that darn well would have taken fall damage.
Bolt, one again.
Had no HP. We know what happens when we have no HP in games, right, chat? We take fall damage. And we hear, ugh! And then you're just dead. Game over. Okay, I see one glittery. Alright.
I don't think this will proceed terribly. I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
I think I can probably beat the full next chapter. I don't know if we'll be able to beat,
I don't think I'll ever get used to fighting.
I don't know if we'll be able to do the next chapter, 25, but I think we can get 24
Better
done
luck.
with what we have.
Showtime for no I got too excited. You are out of harm's way. Fleeting as it may be. You must persevere. Showtime for no all together. Attack!
Let it count down.
Getting ready.
Go ahead and switch over here in case we need to actually target something. But for right now, it looks like Modernia is actually playing smart. Imagine AI actually playing smart. I'm actually curious how they code this to not just be aimbot.
Show them no quarter.
Like, I wonder how does it tell it to track a target?
You're so cute, Commander.
That's always been an interesting thought, is how do they make this not an aimbot?
Is this game on? Here I go.
Attention, Ark citizens! Are you seeing this? A rapture has broken into one of the shelters. Everyone who was hiding inside is dead. The raptures have figured out there are people inside the shelters. No shelter is safe. Everyone must get out of the shelters. If you stay there, you will die. Do not trust the central government. Your lives mean nothing to them. I repeat, The shelters are not safe! The shelters are not safe!
I wasn't sure if she had what it took, but she's quite the thespian.
Huh? How come we're laughing? Can I join?
Oh, you got it all wrong. I didn't order her to do anything. I merely pointed her in the right direction. I have to say, though, I'm impressed. That was good thinking on her part. She took a rapture, blocked its senses, and brought it into an empty shelter. Then made it seem as if it stormed in and slaughtered everyone inside. Then again, capturing raptures is that squad's specialty. She's got a knack for fabricating tragic scenarios. Hard to say. Let's keep watching and see what choice the Ark makes.
Yes, very thick stuff. It's a great story. The plot's thick, the characters are thick. Something else is thick, but we're not going to talk about that one.
Commander, be careful.
You're the one that always concerns me, 'cause you're the one who stops me from bursting when I most need it.
I got too excited.
That's always the one where I'm like, stop, I need that. That's like, no, you don't. Yes. Thick thighs definitely save lives.
Time for no war
And cell phones, too.
Bye.
And cell phones.
Fancy a drink?
What do you mean? The graphic designers all use all the physics they can to show inertia? Yes.
Finally, everyone will understand. What was once a distant fiction has become a tangible reality. They will be able to choose. An informed choice that will come from experience. I figured as much. Then let me ask you one more time. What will you do to us when you capture us? Will you kill us? Or will you forgive us? Oh?
Huh.
I see. Not quite the answer I was looking for.
Sucks to suck.
Honey, those restraints won't break so easily. A smoke grenade!
I should have known.
Stop.
Oh god. It's them.
Let's go make ourselves some luck. Is this the right way?
Inertia equals body, which is the rest to try and rest. It's the reason for boob jiggle. Yep. Subject to physics and maths major. What can I say? Physics eyes. Hey, you know what? Or you see the world with physics eyes. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Being able to enjoy such culture with an educated mind is one of the most beautiful things you possibly can do. Oh yeah, the Nikke with a coffin. That one we just looted right here was reference into the is referenced in Red Hood's side story. So
Here I go.
when you get here, you'll finally be able to read about what you've seen.
Let's go make ourselves. I don't think this will proceed terribly. Swimming sure can tucker you out.
Gonna go to bed now. You have a good stream. Thank you very much. I hope you
I'll
get
share
some
my
rest.
luck with everyone.
And we'll see you next time.
How's this?
Appreciate you stopping by.
Showtime for no together, let 'em have it. Goodbye. Showtime for no together, let 'em have it.
I'm trying to think if we want to bring Red Hood out for a few minutes.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it? Is this game on?
That's why I said last stream I joined. I need 70% of your productivity. I'll tell you what though, it comes at a cost. And I can tell you what, I'm burning out. I am definitely burning out. No, I don't want to gimp the team that much. It's not worth. We'll use what we use, and then if we need a boss killer, we'll probably bring her in. Because single target, I think she'll do more.
Which of you scornful dunderheads dares
It does
step
come at a
forward?
cost.
Showtime for no together, let 'em have it. Showtime for no
This one actually would have been a good one to have Red Hood for. Because of the way that barrier, I think we could have pierced right through it.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
It's called nipple tape. Females love
Did
that
you
stuff.
call me? Swimming wrote them in their
That's how the
intelligence,
things
yes?
don't fall and completely nip slip around. It's because they're taping stuff down. Double-sided tape. Best invention ever.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
It's a good thing we're not too late.
What the heck are you doing crawling on the floor for, partner? Oh, I get it.
Just
You
don't give
use
our
the
secrets.
arcane technique. Tracing a Zissuru with your own body to gather power. This power is forbidden. If you use it recklessly, the interdimensional boundaries could...
Just hurry up and untie the commander.
Right away.
Leave these three to us. You need to take care of what's happening outside. It's chaos out there. Nikkes, humans, and raptures are all fighting amongst each other. Someone
The
needs
more
to
you
get
know.
this situation under
More you
control.
know.
And you're the best man for the job. Please, hurry.
If I may, partner, I'd just like to reiterate about the forbidden... Huh? You must be the one Captain was talking about!
Huh?
Maiden!
What? How can you...
Ow! Who are these two?
Extrinsic.
Captain, did I do good?
You did very good.
Well, did I do good? Does she have her hearing sensor turned off?
You zone out. That's fair.
Who told you about us?
Can't remember. Anyway, enough talk.
2 years ago, I was laughing on those who sent for anime or anime-related girls. Now, yeah, no, I kind of was a little bit of the same way to a point. I really got a much greater appreciation for the anime genre during COVID when I started watching more and branching out and seeing actually how talented the animators are who make all this crap, and I got way more into it. You know, because I am a cinematographer at heart. I love doing things with film and all that stuff, even though I do music mostly. So, I love watching movies for the camera movements. And then the same thing came into anime. It's like watching how they drew in how's Nona. Wait, what? Who actually does that? You mean non-stop? Not November. Yeah, I was gonna say it's non-stop.
Let's fight.
Already lost.
3 against 1 then, is it? Simple enough.
Jackal, we're out of here. You deal with her. Ah, dang. That's right. She can't hear.
You're not going anywhere. Come play with me. Leave this to me, partner. Go do what you need to do.
I'm better. I am better. We get it. Yay, we got before, oh well, one got out. And they love their little silence dudes on these later stages, because they are brutal. If you need to burst, you've got to get rid of them.
I got too excited.
Oh great, kamikazes. Just to lose here. Oh gosh. Listen, just do whatever's good for your mental health. That's all I'm gonna say. Just do whatever's good for your mental health.
Commander, are you okay? Commander. Master! We came running as soon as we saw the smoke signal. Are you okay?
What happened to Exotic? Why are you alone?
And how come the smoke is coming from up there, but you're down here? Understood.
Crazy. Fair.
Roger.
Okay, I'll head this way. I'll go this way.
Most peculiar. I didn't imagine I'd feel a sense of kinship with Maiden.
You're strong. This is fun. This is my first time seeing someone as strong as you.
Yes. Very
I
much
always
so.
had her pegged as an indolent and badgering Nikke, who, much like myself, had been cursed with immense power. However, when your attack managed to take her down, I realized something.
You're really fast.
No. She's very much an adult.
I was angry. I was upset because I regard Maiden as my colleague. You've helped me achieve a greater degree of self-realization. And for that, I shall give you the lethal eye.
Oh, I've seen this.
Whoa, what's that? So shiny! Uh-oh. What is this?
How many things can be taken out of context from this photo here?
Within my eye dwells tremendous and cursed power. The power to control all the energy I see. At this very moment, I am scattering the energy in your core into the air. For us Nikkes, our cores are much like the heart. Right now, your heart has stopped.
Captain!
To you, I am the Grim Reaper, a killer of Nikkes. You can never escape me or anyone at Extrinsic. You would do well to remember that.
Command...
Right. You can't hear anyway. It's me. I've secured Wild Dog. No, it's not an actual dog. A member of the exotic squad, Jackal. Yes. Right. I'll be waiting.
Did you catch her?
You're awake.
Seems like we lost Crow and Viper.
Yes, but I was able to
Voice actors
protect
are
you
great.
and partner. For now, that's enough.
We failed our mission. We're going to catch hell for this. It was an oversight on my part for not considering they could turn their hearing sensors off. But why didn't you use your eye to begin with?
Once I use my eye, it requires a lot of time to recharge.
We've really screwed the pooch this time.
See, all I think of when I think of guillotine, I think of Rika from Love, Shinobu, and Other Delusions. Like, that's all I can think of. I can't picture anything else. There's 2 of these things floating around here that I haven't got. I see one of the 2. So I'm missing 1. One's there. Where is the other one? Gun game, which one? Where did I miss this thing? Did I forget to pick up one? Okay, this was the start point down here. Then we moved into here. Oh, Love, Shinobu, and Other Delusions? No, it's a super fantasy thing where she flicks her eye and, you know, she's got, like, the power hidden in the eye thing. Rika's an interesting, she's an interesting character. Yeah, I'm gonna be 1 short, and that's actually triggering me.
Here I go.
Scout! I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
Where is that one gonna be? I'll rewalk. We'll walk it again, I guess, from the beginning.
I'm not scared, so long as Noir's here with me.
So if we were to go to this, let's see here, it would be this. Her. That's how I was able to do guillotine so easily on her friendship. Is you just picture how you would act with this girl, and do everything just do everything in, like, how would you respond to Rika? And it's literally her. That's how I went about, you know, processing her mentally.
Don't stare at me like that. Let's go make
Is there,
ourselves
like,
some luck.
something behind a car right
Swimming
here
sure
I'm missing?
can tucker you out.
It's not on the EX stage. It's not glittering there. Like I said, I know this one's here.
Let's go make ourselves some luck.
Screw it, roll.
Is this the right way?
Let's bet on who'd win.
You must persevere.
Showtime for no one.
Show them no quarter.
Scorching heat is making my memory fuzzy. Getting ready.
So yeah, I think we'll rewalk the zone one more time.
The hour of retribution draws near.
Showtime for no war and talk. I've got to protect my. I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
Yes. Alright, time to kill a boss.
Here I go.
I don't think this will proceed terribly smoothly.
Oh hey, and we get a piece of chance of gear.
Let's go make ourselves some luck.
Maybe a attacker
All
for
clear on this side.
maybe attack set for Red Hood, maybe support set for Rapunzel.
I'm
Finish
almost
off
done
Dorothy.
here as well.
Who knows?
Let's go get it then.
Let's go.
We should be able to make quick work of this thing.
Just got forced to watch 4 Marvel ads. And let me guess, they were all probably for Captain Marvel. Although I wouldn't be mad if one was Loki, because I love Loki. Loki's such a great character. Absolutely love Loki.
Showtime for no war.
And the fact that Tom Hiddleston plays him, so good.
Oh! Showtime for no war. Together. Attack.
The hour of retribution draws near.
I wish it was Loki. Yeah, they're really
I
pumping
may
Marvel
look like
right
a
now.
bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime,
'Cause
anywhere.
her movie drops, what, tomorrow? Or today?
Enemy down.
Today, I think.
Nitty have been eliminated.
Wait, what is that?
safe. I heard you were at one of the shelters. We've decided to move the injured to Basilis's medical center. Support troops are on their way. Stay there until then and do what you can to assist. Try and keep everyone from panicking. We're going to be using AZX. There's a station right in front of the medical center.
As far as what? Unit? As far as power? As far as her character? A little more specific so I know how to actually answer that question.
The tracks aren't in the greatest shape, and there's plenty of other things that could be better. But we're diverting all our attention to get these people to safety. No problem.
Alright, that was the last of them. We administered all the first aid that we could. But are these people gonna be okay? They'll be fine. The central government will take care of the rest.
As a unit? As a unit, I think she's she is the first of her kind. They haven't disappointed as far as 3 for 3 on Pilgrim banners being, you should pull them. They're great to collect. I don't think, in this case, I think it's safe to say, Pilgrims are a safe bet to pull on. Limiteds are not. Limiteds are definitely far worse. Considering if we take all the limited units right now, the only one who stands at the true top is Summer Anise. And then everything below, it's like Summer Anise is here, every other limited is here. And then there's a lot of limiteds that would even go from this being where most of those limiteds are. There's a lot hanging down here that are just not good. So, as far as her kit, it's interesting as a unit, allowing them to have full burst. It's interesting to the Pierce mechanic, how they're letting her use the sniper rifle and how they did that. I think overall, as a unit, it's going to be a good unit for a lot of players. For me, she's a little weird in her team slots. She kind of doesn't fit my team, but I'm going to force her to work for a while. I just need to get her a little more invested to bring her up to be able to go here. She is 10-7-10 for me, but I can't. I lose too much power. I'll show you the power when we get out of this. In weird spots. I mean, it makes sense.
We've just received confirmation that Jackal has been captured.
So that leaves Crow and Viper. Huh? Isn't capturing Jackal enough? Crow is the ringleader.
Yeah.
If we want to really end this, she's the one we need to capture.
I think that was a cool concept. It's going to allow people to beat Pilgrim Tower a lot easier from here on out, because you literally can full burst Pilgrim Tower now. That's going to help a lot of players get further up in that.
Sure. We just need to search that shelter over there, and we're done. Commander, why don't you sit down over there for a minute? We'll go check it out and be right back.
This place is safe, so you can rest for a moment.
Commander! Did you bring a present for me? You told me you'd give me some Vophouse, so I could have my revenge. You'll save me, won't you? You saved Matisse, so it wouldn't make sense if you don't save me. Someone as kind as you wouldn't pretend to not see me, would you? Yes, Commander? Do what? I knew you brought it. Some Vophouse. Just for me. Thank you for thinking about me, Commander. Thank you, Commander.
Hello, all ARC residents. I am AZX's attendant, Diesel. I will be escorting you all safely to Macilis' medical center. If you experience any trouble during the journey, just ring the bell and we'll be there to assist you. We have several attendants, including myself, on standby. We'll be arriving at the medical center in about 10 minutes. And with that, we're off.
All right, on to 24. After we find
Let's
this
go
other
make
freaking
ourselves some
piece. Okay, so we have this one.
Here I go.
Is this the right way?
Here I go.
Let's go make ourselves some luck.
All right, we're gonna
Swimming
walk
sure
this
can
completely
help
from the
you out.
beginning again.
Is this the right way?
Nope, nope, nope.
Here I go.
Okay.
Here
So
I
we
go.
started over here.
Is this the right way? Let's go make ourselves some luck.
My hunch is telling me it's in this section over here.
Swimming sure can tucker you out. Let's go make ourselves some luck.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
Or it's hidden. Oh, I see it. It's right
Is
there.
this the right way?
Hello there. How's it going? I knew it. I knew it.
This is the
New
first
account
time a
yesterday?
pilgrim has
Nice.
ever been inside the Ark.
That's right. Breaking new ground here.
How do you find it?
Not sure. I always wanted to come to this place, but now that I'm here, I have to say,
Pulled a new Red
I don't
Hood
have any
twice.
strong
That's really
feelings
good.
about it one way or the other. To be honest, it's not much different than the surface. It's spacious, and it's teeming with raptures.
That's only because we've cleared the streets due to the Rapture invasion. Normally, this place is packed with people.
Is that right? I wonder how I'd feel, seeing a sight like that.
You chose a heck of a time to show up. That heretic really caught us with our pants down.
Did it now?
It sure did. You couldn't have shown up at a better time. The timing was perfect, really. It's almost as if it had been planned.
Yep.
Don't mind her. She didn't mean anything by it.
Huh? Did I say something wrong?
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
We're almost there. I just hope we don't run into any raptures on the way.
Don't worry.
I have
can
no
deal
idea
with
who that
raptures
is.
easily enough.
That is not a name that I've
What
seen
is
in
that
Nikke.
statue over there?
Oh, that? It's called the Goddess of Victory. It was made to commemorate the Goddess Squad.
You'll find these all over the Ark, and they're well taken care of. In fact, every time I get in trouble, I'm assigned to clean all the Goddesses of Victory statues. I'm not done until they're practically shimmering. Why have they erected these statues?
Huh? Well, because.
White and purple, long hair with underboob. When I get out of this scene, I will
They're the
go
saviors of
take a look.
humankind. They're a legend around these parts. They were the best Nikke squad there ever was. And they volunteered to remain on the surface and fight until the bitter end, all in order to keep mankind safe. A lot of the data has been lost to time, so we don't know all the details. But it's safe to say they're highly revered in the Ark.
If they're so legendary, how come there isn't that much information on them?
Because so much time has passed. There used to be a person who proactively spread the gospel of the Goddess Squad. But ever since they passed away, the information has been lost to time. Of course, the fact that they remain legends has never changed.
Could you give me their name by any chance?
Who?
The person who preached about the Goddess Squad.
Sorry, I'm not really sure what their name was.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
We should keep moving. We're almost there.
Imagine when they actually
Sure.
realize she is one of those that got screwed. Okay, so white, purple, long hair, and underboob. Get your scam away from me. White and purple hair with underboob. She's a 2. Her? Folkwang? Not a great defender, an interesting defender. Something decent to get started with. Name's kind of weird in your game. It's probably a language thing. Where they tried to make it match your whatever language to tell a little bit better story. Alright, so let's go for either a Pilgrim support piece or a attack defender Pilgrim piece. Missiless attack. Okay, I mean, that's not horrible. We can throw that on somebody. Missiless attack. Alright. Also, NA server, feel free to come join the union whenever you reach level 10. Feel free to join the union.
People escaped the shelter on their own. What about the injured?
We're figuring it out as we speak.
There haven't been any deaths, have there? No, it can't be. People killed by raptures in the Ark.
The injured are being rushed to Masili's Medical Center using AZX. The medical staff that was stationed at the shelter are coming too.
Interesting, the game's
I
in
think we've staunched the
German.
bleeding as far as that's concerned.
Why were the shelters opened in the first place?
Someone showed up on Tetra's live broadcast and presented false rumors. People fell into a panic and forcibly
Your game
opened the
froze?
shelter
Oh
doors.
no.
Then they proceeded to walk direct on into the hordes of raptures waiting for them downtown. Enoch had locked the shelter doors to prevent this exact situation. But the people manually opened them using the emergency override. The only miracle is that only a few shelters saw the broadcast.
False rumors? Who did that? Who would do such a thing?
We're looking into it. We've got a recording of their voice, so that should help us track down whoever's responsible.
There have also been reports that the hole in the Ark was the Nikke's doing. Massilis' exotic squad are the primary suspects.
Hey! Loose lips sinks ships. Don't fire off accusations when you don't have evidence.
I received the data from Enoch. Don't exotics usually deal with the Outer Rim? Catch them and question them. We'll find out quickly enough with a brain scan.
I'm afraid that won't be easy.
Hmm?
We've been unable to track down the exotic squad.
What about Enoch? Can't she help?
Enoch is busy keeping an eye on all the raptures in the Ark. She has no time. There is no room for error. She was distracted for only a moment, and that caused her to neglect keeping the locking mechanisms in place. The result? She lost track of 10 raptures' movements, and now we have a pile of dead bodies on our hands.
We should have allowed her to link with Ink from the very beginning. Choosing the Countess instead was a mistake. Fine. Everyone just send out your own squads to hunt down Exotic.
Darn.
What's wrong?
The raptures have spread to nearly every corner of the Ark. The cost to hunt them all down will be astronomical. The same goes for repairing the hole in the Ark's roof. A considerable amount of troops were deployed to escort the AZX as well. Not to mention the ones Dobin took with him to the Outer Rim.
So?
I'm saying that was stretched thin enough as is.
Then I'll send out an APB.
That's really good.
Tetra's communications have the habitude of being compromised. Using the central government line would be preferable. But sending out an APB for Nikke's at a time like this would only create greater turmoil.
Yep.
Fine then. What the hell do you suggest then? Suen!
What?
Can you not control your Nikkes? How could you have let things get this bad?
Right?
I'm telling you to step up and take responsibility. Why is it that every time there's an issue, Massilis is somehow involved?
You've got some nerve. When the facts show that Massilis and our Nikkes had nothing to do with this. I'll be expecting an apology from all of you.
That won't be happening. We have the commando unit tracking Exotic. We'll be getting some good news shortly.
It's that commander. We've had some hiccups with them in the past, but he is talented. If he is tracking Exotic, then I know the job will be carried out. If only Anderson was okay, then things wouldn't have come to this. Never mind. There's no point in getting into that again. The central government will continue to provide assistance to all citizens. I leave the rest in your hands. Eliminating the raptures is your top priority. The Pilgrim will be arriving soon, so I'm hanging up now.
Yes.
Papillon.
I would definitely recommend leveling up and investing into Red Hood. Basically, for you in the beginning, you just need to start her with 444 in her skills. She'll be your primary unit to carry you through most all of that. It's a good unit to have. You'll clear a lot of story. Alright, so let's check. Nope, we're still down there at 52. Alright, let's see if we get anything out of the mold. Nope. Unlucky. So the idea of what we're trying to do here is push far enough into the story to where we hit a roadblock, then we spend everything again, because this is a good chance to really catch up. Third one is Snow White, I think. I got that for free. It's the purple Dr. Girls. Yeah, the one you have is fine for right now. Like, basically, you're gonna want to use like N102 to get started as a burst 1, and then you could chuck Folkwang in there to get started. Red Hood in the 3rd slot, and then Small White in the 4th slot. Add whatever 5th you've got, and take her.
Here I go.
That's fine to run for now.
Is this the right way?
An unprecedented incident has occurred. Raptures have entered the Ark. However, thanks to the central government's rapid response time, citizens were all evacuated to the safety shelters in time. Thanks to the remarkable efforts of the Nikkes who have been deployed to fight the Raptures, there are astonishing reports of 0 casualties. The Ark is safe. According to statements from the central government, the entire incident is expected to be resolved within 2 days. Citizens are strongly advised to remain inside the shelters. In order to prevent any loss of life, the doors to the shelters will only be unlocked once the situation is resolved. Escape attempts are strongly discouraged, and be warned that anyone who attempts to approach the shelter doors may be shot. There are plenty of supplies inside the shelters, so we encourage citizens to remain calm and stay where they are.
She's basically stirred the pot beyond belief.
Huh. This train's a one-way ticket to hell.
Kaboom.
Can't get these clothes dirty.
You should be able to change the in-game language. It might be a bug. But you should definitely be able to change your language. 'Cause I've seen the game in many different written languages.
You must persevere.
A bunny girl never loses.
I'm a bit flustered. How do you rerun again?
So I'm not
The hour of
100% like...
retribution draws near.
It would be from... think it's, where is it from? The launcher menu?
Let's have fun,
Finish this
guys!
stage real quick.
I got too excited.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime,
No,
anywhere.
I feel like this is... I've seen it somewhere. I'm trying to find where it is. So there's the audio language version of it. Hold on. I know where it's at. So, right here, under your account, when you click account under your submenu, English is right here, or whatever language you want to put it into. It's found right here.
Let's go make ourselves some luck.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
Here I go.
Is this the...
Shall we roll the dice?
Alright, now we're back up to 190. Alright.
Here I go.
Maybe it's just that one deficit of that stage is what's holding me back, and I shouldn't have to worry about it.
I'll protect you.
Oh. Watch Modernia so we know where she's aiming at.
Time for no everyone put your hearts together and let them have it!
So what's the default team setup, by the way? 1 burst 1, burst 2, burst 3. So it's 1 20-second burst normally into 1 20-second burst 2 into 2 burst 3s, and then an alternate just that does damage. Would be like the most common variation. There are some 1 1 2 3 3 comps. There are some 1 1 because of having to have alternate like a 40-second burst one or a 20-second burst one and a 60-second burst one. There's a few combinations that play around depending on the unit you're dealing with. But the most default is 1 1 1 2 and 3 3s normally, or 2 3s and whatever does good damage is the default, like, go-to. Like, you're looking at probably the most default team in the game, what I'm running here. Litter, Bunnies, Scarlet, Modernia is, like,
Yes,
the
Commander.
game's
Is
major
this the right way?
clearing function. Can I actually
Swimming
walk up
sure
there?
can
Yes,
tucker
I
you
can.
out. Don't stare at me like that. Let's go make ourselves some luck.
Okay, so we got 1. Yes, because you can use her at all... You can use her in all 3. She can burst all 3 spots.
I feel like we're gonna hit the jackpot with these guys.
She's got an Omni thing that'll allow her to do 3 different bursts.
Route them in there entirely.
If she bursts in the
yes?
first spot, she's getting, she's gonna give the attack buff. If she bursts in the second spot, she's a taunt and a heal. And she bursts in the third spot, she's a
Let's go make ourselves
major
some
DPS
luck.
burst.
Bolt, finish this and hurry to the sea.
Showtime for no
I got too excited.
Hello there, how's it going, Nine?
I did good, right?
How do you reload
Hello there.
Showtime for no one!
Show him no quarter.
Fancy a drink?
Really? That's a pretty massive sacrifice there.
Swimming sure can tucker you out. Let's go make ourselves. Shall we roll the dice? Here I go.
Dorothy Rapunzel. I've been hearing a lot of people pulling pilgrims. A lot of people.
That was quick. Have you been watching me this entire time?
No. We caught the signal.
What signal?
AZX has the ability to neutralize detonation signals. It can catch and prevent thousands of detonation signals, and it can trace them as well.
Nice.
Letting this train explode once was one time too many. It won't happen again.
You're well prepared.
Are you Crow from Exotic? Why are you doing this?
Am I supposed to talk just because you've got a gun in my face?
Just
Oh,
answer
I
the
know.
question.
We all remember,
I'm
at least
not
I
telling
remember.
you anything.
All right, let's try this
Back in
again.
the good old days.
Do you know about the AFX train?
I do.
Is that all you have to say?
I don't know what you want to hear.
Red Hood, Folkwing, Mihara, Obvious Reasons, and Snow White. Or Ether. I mean, to get started, it's not the... Well, regular Snow White's better than Small White, by the way. Just as a heads up. For right now, that's probably enough to get started in story, but you're gonna need a great bird. You're gonna need to look for, like, litter. You're gonna need to look for, you're gonna need to look for several things. Also, I just realized something. Hold on, let me check this. That's probably not helping. I don't like that YouTube does not save this stuff. There, that should help drive a little bit more to this. Currently looking for Litter, Bunny, Schoolgirl, Maxwell, Senti. Mostly because I'm lacking Burst 1, Burst 2. That makes sense. That's pretty decent way to get started.
Were you the one who sabotaged AFX the previous time?
Guilty as charged.
Diesel!
So it was you. Damn you. All those people. My brother.
N102 is your better Burst 1 to start with. No, well, so you want to get rid of the, you're going to want to put N102 in your Burst 1 slot to get going. and then let Red Hood, Folkwing, and Snow White be your primary DPSs, and then somebody else just at the, if you want to use Mihara for now, chuck Mihara in.
You're sick. You people, you all are. Every last one of you. All of Elysian.
What are you talking about?
Every female who died in that attack was turned into a Nikke to work for the railway. If that's not in poor taste, I don't know what is. You're all being duped, and you don't even know it. They're using your own memories against you.
They're SRs. They're all
and making you their
mostly
puppets.
bad.
Are you finished?
Unfortunately.
Are you going to kill me?
Yes.
Why?
Payback.
I see. Your inhibitor hasn't been turned off, so you can't shoot me.
Don't move!
Over there should work. You see that yellow thingamajig over there? Shoot the bottom part of it. It'll rupture and shrapnel will go flying. One of those fragments should hit me in the head.
Is this supposed to be some kind of joke?
Not at all. I'm
Red
trying
Hood's
to
a
help you
40-second burst. You're gonna want 20-second
If you do
bursters.
as I say, you'll be able to kill me even with your inhibitor on.
Do you think I can't do it? All these years, I've thought of nothing else. I can still see my brother's face. I can hear him calling my name. It's all your fault. If it weren't for you, my brother...
So shoot. I won't resist.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you worry. I will.
Oh dear. Is this your first time shooting someone? Let me give you a tip. You've got to disassociate from the act itself. Think of it like this.
As you
You're
get
just shooting
going,
an object
you'll
beside
get more
me.
faster.
You're not actually shooting me. Don't think too much about the rest. Like, I might hurt her, or even kill her. Nope. Now, concentrate, and do what you have to do. The nymph has branded those images
we did
in
that
your mind.
yesterday.
Focus, and cast them out. Then you can shoot.
Thanks. I'm thinking quite clearly now. Now go to hell. Celine?
Britt has reported. We can't shoot.
Why?
It's just a feeling. I can't explain. Just don't do it. I'm begging you.
Celine, I've realized something.
What?
This is why they turned us into Nikke's working on Asiacs. It was for this moment. This is why I work for Infinity Rail. It was all leading up to this moment. So please.
But N102
Celine,
is still better for new
don't
players
stop
in the
me.
beginning 9.
I have the right to my revenge. All those people who perished. My brother.
No, don't. I don't know exactly how it works, but Nikke's abilities are determined by the aspirations of their previous life. None of us became Nikke's for the sake of revenge. We don't have that in us. Britt drives the train, you handle the management aspects, and I tend to the passengers. That's what we're good at. Making our passengers feel comfortable and safe is what we do best.
You think they'll buff Red Hood because she's so mid AF and are people mad? You've been sucking somebody's Kool-Aid. She's not mid. I don't know who you've listened to, who's told you anything. But that Kool-Aid that you drank that said that she's mid, you need to go refund that. She's very much not. She's got a lot of. She is on. She is on par damage-wise in single target to go up against like Summer Anise and Scarlet. So Modernia is an exception. She's the worst. Oh my god, what clickbait have you clicked on? No, the worst Nikke out of them all is Nihilister. But the only reason she's better than Isabelle is because she can actually, she's a 20-second burst pilgrim. Reddit? Oh yeah, stay away from Reddit. Never trust anything you see on Reddit. That's your first problem right there.
That's what we dream of. Not revenge. So please, don't shoot. If you pull that trigger, there's no going back. Every time you see AZX, all you'll ever remember is killing this woman.
Celine.
If you're not going to pull the trigger, then may I be excused? You two are
Shut up. Not another word. Just leave. Don't ever let me see you near this train again.
As you wish.
Celine, I
wanted to do it too. But I was scared. I couldn't do it. Not only was I scared to shoot, I was scared that you'd do it as well. That's why I stopped you. Diesel? Did I do the right thing?
Yes, you did. Thank you, Celine.
Except for the bosses.
For stopping me.
Seems you encountered some difficulties.
Indeed I did.
You seem somewhat agitated. Is something wrong?
Yeah, you'll have a while before you'll really need to worry about anything with Red Hood on your team.
Do you think Jackal is safe?
Not sure. That depends on her.
What a fine kettle of fish this is. You tell Jackal to put her life on the line, and that's all you have to say?
If she followed my orders, she'd be dead. If she didn't, she's probably alive.
Do you think she obeyed your orders?
I do.
So she's dead then?
Most likely.
Decent burst too.
That's a shame. It would have been nice to have a proper farewell.
So I'm about to push into campaign 915, which unlocks S interception. I swap to this even if... Yes. Because the stage is the worst stage is still the best stage of the... is still the worst stage of the S interception is the best stage of Train. And the same goes once you beat Gravedigger, going into Gravedigger to the special interceptions. The worst stage is the best. Story is cringe. 10 minutes when they obviously weren't gonna do it. Story is cringe. No, you need context to everything. I think more what's happened is we've got the Reddit troll in chat. Because we're all over here going, holy shit. No, you need to have context of what's going on with that, of why they're threatening to shoot us. So, you have to realize that's Nikke on Nikke, and there are some things that just cannot be done, and to get her to actually be able to bypass her nymph is a very big deal. On top of that, what you don't understand is Crow is the reason she is a Nikke. Before Crow, she got turned into Diesel, and all of them died in a train crash. Well, explosion. And they got turned into Nikkes who function on trains. Crow's responsible for that. So that's a very big deal that Crow is trying to tempt them to basically pushed their nymph aside. And there's a much bigger terror thing happening at this point in the story. This is leading up to finally bringing in... this is basically setting up a lot of different things going on. It's brought Raptures into the Ark. It's brought... it's trying to get them to... In this sense, Exotic is trying to basically show them that they're using very weird mythology to expose the Ark to combat, to Nikke, or to Nikke versus Rapture fighting in person, because they want change. Is the redheaded MILF still good, by the way? Her name had something to do with the sound of it, I remember. The redheaded MILF? You'd have to give me the name. But they still do this pointless dance. Then the story's not for you. You skip it and you chill. You can go wherever you want. If you want to go watch Combat Volume? Yeah, she's a great Burst 1. Litter's still the queen of Burst 1s.
The hour of retribution draws near.
What you're missing out on, Bastard, is the actual story in its entirety tells a very great concept here. The writing of it is actually phenomenal. A very well-written, well-rounded, mostly fleshed out. There's been a few minor plot holes here and there that you're like, it's kind of sus, but I can get past it. And it all is tying up to Red Hood. Because chapter 25 and 26 deal with Red Hood. Just like the chapters that dealt with Dorothy was right when Overzone was released.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
No, that's not how you play the game, Helios. It's not about whaling or anything like that. It's... everything comes down to time. So, it's a time investment. If we look at this, if we look at this from the sense of, like, the general sense of just, like, playing over time, you're gonna collect units, because by pulling for new units, you're pulling for a bunch of other stuff at the same time because of how the raids work. As you go and you collect units, some of them you're going to use and some of them you're not. You're going to focus in on a few teams. In the beginning, it's about getting your core team set up. Once you understand what your core team is, then you start moving to, like, alternate teams. Think teams that will beat certain other types of content. Depending on what you have and what you're trying to do. So you go through a focus thing, and it's not always about collecting that new unit. That's not where you're going to end up going. Most of the units that you're going to want are going to come from a wish list scenario like this. I've been working with a girl personally. You see her pop in every now and then, Erin, and her and her husband have been playing this account for 3 weeks, and she's max limit broken Red Hood, max limit broke, I think 3 or 4 out of the 5 needed already. I'd have to go look at the DMs and see exactly what it is. They have, Scarlet, they've got Snow White, Litter, they've got the Bunny Twins, they've got Tia and Naga, they've got, they've got actually a very good roster for playing for 3 weeks. Playing smart, being educated in what they're doing. Not just pulling to jerk off on random units because they think they look good. They're pulling on units because they want the quality of what they're trying to go for, things that support each other and work together. Between the combination of pulls that they've done from Banner, because they started, her husband started the account on the Tia banner while Query was still up. And then once they got in from Query, they went into full save mode once I started working with them. They saved, I think, like 44,000, 45,000 gems, a bunch of tickets, and their account popped off, getting everything. Now, it's time. They got lucky. So they've been focusing on the wishlist recruitment. She's been working with me every time they pull a new unit. I get a DM, hey, what am I working on? Are we still pulling these? Do I need to change one out? And we've worked with them. And overall, we've got their account in a great spot in just 3 weeks free to play. They haven't spent a dime on it. But they're listening to advice, getting the right units brought in, building and focusing down the right units. Damn, where can I sign up for this? I mean, just hit me up on Discord. Or you can even go on YouTube and watch the videos where I talk about some of this when I'm not around. I mean, because there's hours where I do try to sleep. So there's YouTube and then there's Twitch chat. All you have to do is ask. And it's your choice at that point whether you listen or not listen. It's really quite simple. So I would know. I would not try to MLB Red Hood. And I'll explain to you why. You're rolling for a 1% chance. They got lucky. And that's what I told them. I said, you've been very lucky, because they spent 2 pity originally. So this was the advice that I gave them. They were, I think, at 140 gold tickets, I believe. I think, yeah, they were at 140 gold tickets, 6 multis in, they got a bunch of stuff. They hadn't pulled Red Hood. I told him, I said, go ahead, spend, and buy Red Hood and walk away. Husband came back later and just had to screw it, and they tapped and they started getting it. They got a Red Hood. And they got actually, I think, a couple things in that multi. A little bit later, they were messing around and he did another pull just to test his luck. There was another Red Hood. But you're dicing up against a 1%. And then she did a pull this morning and got another Red Hood. So she literally, they've MLB'd her, but you're going up against a 1% chance against everything here. Right now, if you're going to be spending a lot of currency, you're almost better off hard focusing the 15 units here and not changing these. So you get very specific with what you pick here. So you've already basically the odds are against you every time you pull more to say that you're likely to get it again, because the probability is dropping of getting more likely to hit it without having to go to a pity. Now, we've got a lot of pulls coming in. You can pull on it, but pulling just random stuff to me, it feels less valuable than focusing what you need. As a new player, you're probably looking at, you know, something like this as, you know, you're probably looking at something like that for Tetra. You're probably looking at Elysian. probably something along this lines for Elysian. Actually, I need to go ahead and switch that over to be fair. Something like this for Elysian. Missilus is probably looking... Actually, this is probably what you're going for initially off of Missilus. Is this. Especially with Red Hood, because you're going to want to get Maxwell. And then Litter, Tia, Naga are very good different setups, and then Drake is also a very good unit. So if you're going to focus down 15 units and choke down that's how you'd want to set up and just drill that consistently until you get your MLBs, which is what they've been doing. Well, yes, going for Tia is one thing, but you need to also go for the part of the team, because Tia by herself is good, but she needs another burst 1. She'll probably want Volume, Miranda, or Litter, depending on the comp you're going into. The thing that people misunderstand about Nikke is they want to play Waifu Collector, they want to go in, and they want to do dumb shit like this. So, they want to come over, and they want to do... Come on, game. Let me in. There we go. So they want to come in and they want to use whatever they think looks hot. So let's say they pull this. Everybody's pulling for this. Engage. And then we're gonna throw in a because they you can't pull that.
I may just run off, you know.
Let's say you pull this and you really like that unit. You pull that, you really like that unit, and...
I see how it is.
I don't know.
Are we going hunting?
So, this has no synergy. This makes no sense whatsoever. Team comps are more important than the units you play with. Having the specific setups and knowing what the team comp does is way more important than, and specifically with progression, than just putting random units together. So, yeah. Just let me know. So, like, if you're gonna go after Tia, you need to understand... Tia, Rupee, Volume... Red Hood, 1 work. Depends. So, however you want to do it. If you want to pop it in a DM, if you want to link the images in chat, does not matter. Whatever's easier for you. So, Tia, you need to understand something. So, Tia has a partner, and that partner is Naga. These two cannot go without each other. And the reason being that you don't really want to separate them is because of what happens with her kit. So, activates when applying shields, affects all allies, increases damage dealt when attacking core by 73.56% for 10 seconds. So that is 73.5% damage to core damage. Meaning, when you go to smack a boss, this is gonna hurt. Now, activates when applying shield, affects all allies. There's an attack buff down here. Tia, Naga, Red Hood... Volume work. I'm gonna explain the team. I'm gonna walk you through what you're gonna try to get to. So if you're gonna try to go do a core killing team, you're probably gonna be looking at something like this. You'll probably want to do, depending on what scenario you're after, if you need to repair cover more, you're probably gonna need to use Litter.
Sure, let's go.
If you're gonna go for the crit damage aspect and the critical aspect, Volume's a good option here. And then you're going to run Red Hood, because you're going to want to do that. And then for Red Hood, you're going to want to probably max it out with Maxwell. Maxwell is going to be her best friend because of the charge speed and attack buff she gives here. It'll be rare you get this. So don't count on this one, but you're after this. But Maxwell has to... You have to make sure that Red Hood is one of those tops. So in that aspect, this would be a team. So if you do need to repair cover, you're gonna have to look at putting
Are we going for a swim? Sure,
this
let's
together.
go.
This is an amazing attack buff here, however, as well. So you're gonna recover attack buff, and you got the burst reduction. Burst reduction is gonna be something you're gonna be doing. So now if you want to do a rupee team, it would look something similar. If you want to use a rupee team, you can do like volume. You can run this. Is it as efficient? No, but will it work? Yes. You can run, since you're starting, you can run small white, and then whatever in the heck you have left, you could throw this in here. But is this going to be a best in slot option? No. If you're wanting to see her best in slot, it's this.
Is it a bet? Then count
This
me
is going to
in.
be her best in
Are we gonna
slot.
go play a game? Sounds fun. Are we going for a swim? Sure, let's go.
Is most likely going to be
Well,
this.
let's go then.
That's most likely going to be what you're going to end up running for a Red Hood, like, Giga team. Will be something like this. But if you're going to go for core damage, specifically core-based bosses, that's when the Tia Naga comp comes in. You're going, okay, now, because I have these units, I can go beat this better. And then there's going to be times where you can't just focus in on one unit set. Like, we have to look at we look at things in combinations like this. This is a very important team to be considering. So this setup is huge. This is a very cookie cutter, allows you to put many different things here. This one that has been just recently added to the game is very much starting to let you
really want
piece
to share?
together
What are
things
we
that you
learning
need.
today?
And it really comes down to what are you trying to beat?
Are we
But
going
the
for a swim?
easiest,
Sure,
easy
let's go.
option for most people beating story is this starter combo here. And then fill in your 2 good burst 3s here is what goes there. It's a very up and down thing. It's not just one team beats it all. You're gonna need 5 teams eventually. But at the best, you're probably only gonna have one really well built, one kind of built, and then the other 3 are gonna be somewhat built. All right, so let's take a look at the box here and see what we're cooking with. So you have Modernia, Dorothy, Snow White, Red Hood, Noise, Novel. Get rid of all the... You can actually... To save on Synchro Device stuff, 9, you can undo all... You can reset all those SRs completely. And just level 5 units. 5 SSRs. For right now. It doesn't matter who gets leveled, just level 5 SSRs. And that'll free up some synchro spots for you. You also have Small White, Sugar, Rapunzel, Tia, Celine, D, Guillotine, Miranda, Mast. Exia, Firma, Sakura, and Ludmilla. So, right now, your best team... Your best team is weird right now. How can I get around this? So, here's what you would probably be working on. You're gonna probably need to run... You're probably gonna have to run... This is weird. Dorothy, Mast. Red Hood, Snow White. And then Modernia on the off burst. You do not want to burst with Modernia. In situations where you're going to need heals, you're going to pop in Rapunzel as an off burst. So you'd have to physically kick off the automatic burst and go run. You'd burst instead of Dorothy, you're going to burst Rapunzel to heal or res if something's died. Miranda is a good burst one as well to have. You're missing Litter, or else I would have probably told you to pop Litter in this. N102 is an option, but Dorothy's at least got cooldown reduction in her kit. So that's more why I would want to stick with her. Novel is a great bursting unit, but you have to be it. You have to manual play Novel. Novel's very weird. With Novel, you have to wait till her light bulb pops after she hits her ult. Then you hit the burst of whichever burst 3 you're going to hit. So Novel's an amazing burst 2. It's all invested into her burst skill, nothing else. And once you do that, once her little light bulb pops, then you rip the ult and then watch big damage. You've got good units as far as, like, Sugar's good, Noise is good. Noise, though, is a taunter. You got to be careful with that, because if you don't have the true support to back her up or the build, she's just going to get popped. You're missing Naga, or else I could say run Tia Naga. Celine is just weird. D is very sus memeage unit, but people have been able to get away with it. Guillotine's a great burst 3 to have. Exia is not really that great. Firma's kind of copium unit, but you can do some weird stuff with it. Same with Sakura. Sakura is actually a pretty good burst one, depending on where you're going, and Ludmilla is a great PvP taunter. So, like, overall, you've got great units on the account. It's just now ironing out your teams. Like, Litter Bunnies is going to be monstrous for you once you get this, because Litter Bunnies and Red Hood Modernia is going to absolutely is going to clap, because you've got Modernia. This is what people don't understand about Modernia when they start trying to use her. They hear about how good she is, but this comes down to they don't know how to use her. So they don't use her properly. Or they use her because it's the only thing they have, and that's fine. You only level up the burst 1 skill to be efficient playing the game. I would save gems for a while. You've got 2.5 more weeks to decide if you need to pull any more on Red Hood. You've got Christmas Rupee, who is absolutely trash, gonna come. Christmas Anne, which is kind of a meme unit. She's a great PvP burst character, but you have Rapunzel, so I wouldn't even bother. And then you have to think about the new Christmas unit or units when we get closer to Christmas. So could those units finally be good? Because let's be real, the first 2 summer units suck compared to the last summer units. So if we look at those, Summer and East was the best of them all. Helm was the next best, then Mary, and then Neon. And that's even with them buffing Neon. But Neon is cool. They can be used. Mary is good and can be used. But it's just, when you look at what you have else in the game, they're not nearly as good. If you're lacking in those areas, then okay, they stand up a little stronger. But as soon as you get those other things, they're not nearly as valuable anymore. And that's one thing that takes a lot of people to understand about this game. The team comp is more important than the unit. Just because you have Modernia doesn't mean it's completely Modernia to win. There is a little something behind that. Litter and the bunnies are helping produce more ammo, an attack buff. Her not bursting is giving you more damage, because the longer she can stay in that S1, the better. Doesn't mean her burst is bad. There's going to be stages where you will have to Modernia burst, because it is a 15-second burst. I literally spent 7 minutes stacking. Shit, I lost. Never died. I have no idea. Maybe you need, maybe you're missing a piece of, like, damage. So there is something you need to think about when building teams. Rupee is a good burst 2, but she is not a great burst 2. So Rupee is great, but look, let's really look at this. So she has to add, so while dealing with Iron Code allies, she'll increase critical rate. Cool. But she has to land 100 normal attacks to do that. Alright. Yes. It's more play as you go. You have to kind of, every day changes a little bit. So save gems and advanced tickets for normal as again. Yes, make sure your wish list is set up correctly and you will be good to go, which it looks like your wish list is. Again, Rupee, attack, she's very selfish. This is giving her an attack buff. Cool, but that's not really gonna help out. Now, why she's a great starter burst 2 is because of this. When her mileage is stacked, she's going to increase attack of all allies by, 13 at the minimum, because you're going to go 4 on her. So, like, she's good, but when we go stack her up against other unit combos, she can't really hold up to them. But as a alternate team 3, 4, 5 unit, absolutely. She's good in that aspect. I mean, many of these are good in those aspects. For me, I'm saving gems, and I'm saving my advanced tickets. I'm not going to pull on Red Hood, because dupes don't, for me, once I get my 5, dupes don't matter anymore. For brand new players, 5 max limit broke units is very important for you. But I don't know if I want to tell you to go try to MLB a Pilgrim. So you're doing Pravity, Helm, Mast, Poly, Guillotine. And now we wait another 15 minutes to get into this. Okay, yeah. Elysian is set up, I would say, well. Missilus. Maxwell, Litter, Senti, Tia, Naga. Is Senti the best play here for you? For right now, that's definitely the right play. Alright. And then Tetra, you're gonna go Bunny Twins, Alice, Noise, and Dala. I would honestly switch Noise for, since you already have her, I would switch Noise off and put Volume. And the only reason I'm saying that is, yeah, Tetra's hoarded with them. It was definitely the year of Tetra in them releasing units. Unless I'm overlooking Volume on your team, I don't think I see her. Volume's the only other one I would probably recommend, and Dala's good. By the way, you do know, let me go ahead and put this in here. Alice is a very high investment character. I don't know if you getting her in the beginning makes a difference. This is why I don't recommend her in the video. One, because I don't like Alice, just at all. But that's this. I take that out. The reason why you don't want to deal with Alice in the beginning is because the Alice you hear people talk about is insanely geared. Not something that's going to carry you in the early game. She is not that unit. Ungeared, unleveled, yeah, if you're not going to be manualing Alice, it's not what you're used to hearing. So I would probably leave your wish list as is, remove Alice out, and pop volume in to get started. That's what I would do. Hold on. Showers. Yes, that was it. Welcome back.
It feels like the darkness inside me has been dispelled. You haven't cast it.
Appreciate the advice, no problem.
As a producer, would you be able to produce something else?
Yes.
Don't you think you're due for a promotion?
Yes, I am. I thought that was going to be the answer.
Is it okay for teachers to give presents to their students?
By the way, do I save gems and just use blue tickets to pull, or should I be using gems on normal banner too? I would probably use tickets right now while they're giving out a bunch of them, and then kind of see where you're going. See how it's going towards the end of the event, and you can decide to summon a little bit harder on gems. Because with other units coming, like I said, every 2 weeks there's a new unit coming. And for more established accounts, it's going to be harder to replace those units. For not established accounts, they're going to be more potentially more valuable pulls for them because it'll be easier to get a hold of. But at some point, you will be spending some gems into your normal recruitments trying to break that 160 wall. $15 units thing, so I guess it's better to do. So you haven't actually unlocked the wish list. Then you need to go ahead and make sure it's unlocked by just pulling on it. So, like I said, there's a lot of currency coming in. Go ahead and get it unlocked. Once it's unlocked, you'll want to make sure it's set up. Yes. Like, you need the wish list unlocked.
I really, really like you.
Skill priority on your team. Let me bring it up here. So, Modernia will be just her burst 1, or just her skill 1. Dorothy is the...
I really...
Where's Dorothy? Dorothy is, skill 2 is the, primary one. Also going a little bit into the burst cooldown. Doesn't hurt. Let's see. You're looking at Snow White. I would just 444 Snow White for now until you get ready to actually invest into that unit. I wouldn't do it right now. Red Hood to get started is... Where is my Red Hood? There she is. Red Hood is going to be 777, and then to get started, once you go past that barrier, which will be a while, 10, 7, 10, and then eventually 10 on Wild Tooth. But for right now, 777 is what you're going to be aiming for on her. Her skills are good all around. So you pulled the real Snow White. It's not different, it's just you pulled the real Snow White.
I will not stop until the surface has been reclaimed and returned to its rightful owners.
Mast, I would 444 to get started with, because it's really not the best burst 2 for you. Novel only levels up her skill 3. Yeah, Innocent Days is the free one they're giving away to players. Yes. This one can one-shot bosses if built correctly. Mine is not built correctly, nor invested enough to do it. Snow White can one-shot bosses. Small White cannot. Small White is like a mini Modernia for players. This is like micro Modernia. Enough to get you clearing AoE and things like that, but not, this isn't actual Modernia. It will not hose things down like this machine gun will.
Whenever I hug you tight, I fall fast asleep.
Alright, it is time for me to get going. I've got to get my stuff going for the day. I don't have a lot of time to chill today, unfortunately. So let's go find somebody to drop the party off with and all that good stuff. Let's see, who do we have alive? All right, let's go here. All right. Get that put into chat. First off, let's go ahead and wrap up with Twitch and with Twitter and YouTube. Guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Really appreciate it. We'll be back on tomorrow for the actual anniversary. Today is just the countdown. Tomorrow is the big day, and that's where we're going to do the anniversary side story. We'll be playing a lot more of the Snow White game. So yeah, thank you all for coming and tuning in here. Sorry for the double broadcasts on these. Unfortunately, Streamlabs had a hiccup. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. But seriously, guys, thank you so much. And we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. my time. 3 hours ago, your time. All right. X is offline. And now for YouTube.